We are more than just our genes. We inherit a story, a narrative that is woven into the very essence of our being. This story is not just about the color of our eyes or the shape of our nose, but about the experiences, emotions, and events that have shaped our ancestors' lives. This story is written in the very fabric of our cells, in the intricate dance of our DNA, and the epigenetic markers that adorn it. These markers act like annotations in a book, highlighting significant events and experiences. But what if this story began before we were even conceived? What if the chapters of our lives were influenced by the experiences of our parents and even our grandparents? What if the experiences of our parents, particularly their traumas, could leave a tangible mark on our own lives? Imagine the weight of their struggles, their fears, and their triumphs, all etched into the very code that makes us who we are. This isn't science fiction, but the emerging field of epigenetics. Epigenetics explores how our genes can be turned on or off by environmental factors, and how these changes can be passed down through generations. It suggests a profound interconnectedness between generations, a biological thread that links us to our ancestors in ways we are only beginning to understand. It challenges our understanding of inheritance, and raises profound questions about the legacy of trauma. How much of our behavior, our health, and our identity is shaped by the lives of those who came before us? Imagine for a moment the vastness of space. Just as the universe is vast and filled with mysteries, so too is the universe within us, the complex and dynamic world of our DNA. Now picture our DNA as a cosmic blueprint, a map that not only guides our development but also carries the imprints of our ancestors' experiences. This blueprint holds the instructions for life, but it is not a static document. It is dynamic, constantly being edited and annotated by the epigenome. But just as the cosmos is shaped by invisible forces, our genes are influenced by something more, the epigenome. The epigenome responds to our environment, our diet, our stress levels, and even our emotions. Could the echoes of our parents' past resonate within our own cells? Could their joys and sorrows, their victories and defeats, leave a lasting imprint on our genetic makeup? The answer, increasingly, seems to be yes. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of epigenetics, we uncover a legacy that is far more intricate and profound than we ever imagined. A legacy that is written in every cell of our being. Our genes are like the musical notes on a page. They hold the potential for a symphony, but they need something more to bring them to life. Enter the epigenome. Think of the epigenome as the orchestra's conductor. It doesn't change the notes themselves, but it dictates how they are played. It controls the volume, the tempo, the instruments that come to the fore. They act like switches, turning genes on or off, or even fine-tuning their activity. This intricate interplay between genes and the epigenome shapes who we are. Life experiences, especially stressful ones, can leave lasting marks on our epigenome. These marks are not just temporary, they can have long-lasting effects that shape our health and well-being in profound ways. Imagine a sheet of paper repeatedly folded along the same lines. Each fold leaves a mark, a crease that becomes more pronounced with each repetition. The creases become etched into the paper, altering its shape. Similarly, our DNA can be marked by the stresses we endure, changing its structure and function. Stressful events, especially during childhood, can have a similar effect on our DNA. Childhood is a critical period of development, and the experiences we have during this time can set the stage for our future health. They can leave epigenetic creases that alter how our genes function. These changes can influence everything from our susceptibility to diseases to our mental health. These changes can linger long after the stressful event has passed. Even if the stressor is removed, the marks it leaves on our DNA can persist, affecting us for years to come. But how does this happen? What is the mechanism behind these lasting changes? When we experience stress, our bodies release a cascade of hormones. These hormones are part of our body's natural response to danger, preparing us to fight or flee. These hormones can trigger changes in the epigenome. The epigenome is like a set of instructions that tells our genes when to turn on and off. These changes can then affect how our genes are expressed. Gene expression is the process by which information from a gene is used to create a functional product, like a protein. These epigenetic modifications can be passed down from one generation to the next. This means that the experiences of our ancestors can influence our own genetic makeup. This means that the experiences of our parents and even grandparents could be influencing our lives today. Understanding this connection can help us appreciate the profound impact of stress on our health and the importance of managing it effectively. A groundbreaking study published in the journal Molecular Psychiatry provided compelling evidence of this intergenerational transmission of trauma. Researchers examined the sperm of men who had experienced significant childhood stress. They found distinct epigenetic changes in the sperm of these men. These changes affected genes related to brain development, stress response, and even metabolism. These findings suggest that childhood trauma can leave a biological imprint on sperm. This imprint can then be passed on to offspring, potentially influencing their health and well-being. Echoes of trauma impacts on future generations. The implications of this research are profound. If childhood trauma can alter the epigenetic landscape of sperm, it raises the possibility that the experiences of one generation can cast a long shadow on the next. Children of fathers who experience childhood stress may be predisposed to a range of challenges. These challenges could include increased sensitivity to stress, higher risk of mental health issues, and greater susceptibility to metabolic disorders. This is not to say that these children are destined to suffer. However, understanding the potential impact of inherited epigenetic changes is crucial. This knowledge allows us to develop strategies for prevention and intervention. Breaking the cycle, rewriting the genetic code. In this chapter, we delve into the fascinating world of epigenetics and explore how we can influence the genetic legacy we leave behind. The good news is that the epigenome is not fixed. Unlike our genes, which are set in stone from the moment of conception, the epigenome is malleable and can be altered by various factors throughout our lives. Unlike our genes, which remain largely unchanged throughout our lives, the epigenome is dynamic and responsive to our environment and experiences. This means that the lifestyle choices we make every day can have a profound impact on our genetic expression. This means that we have the power to influence our epigenome and potentially rewrite the genetic code we pass on to our children. By understanding and harnessing this power, we can break the cycle of negative genetic inheritance and promote healthier outcomes for future generations. So how do we do this? How can we take control of our epigenetic destiny and ensure that we are making the best possible choices for ourselves and our descendants? It starts with understanding the factors that can positively or negatively impact our epigenome. These factors include diet, exercise, stress management, social support, and exposure to toxins. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in shaping our epigenetic landscape. By making healthy choices and cultivating a supportive environment, we can create positive epigenetic changes. Simple actions like eating a balanced diet rich in nutrients, engaging in regular physical activity, managing stress through mindfulness practices, and building strong social connections can all contribute to a healthier epigenome. These changes can benefit not only ourselves but also future generations. By taking proactive steps today, we can pave the way for a healthier, happier future for our children and grandchildren. The power to rewrite our genetic code is in our hands, and it starts with the choices we make every day. Nurturing our nature, the power of choice. The discovery that trauma can echo through generations might seem daunting, however it also empowers us. It reminds us that we are not simply passive recipients of our genetic inheritance. We have the power to choose how we respond to adversity. We can cultivate resilience, we can seek support when we need it, and in doing so, we can not only heal ourselves but also create a more hopeful legacy for our children. Imagine a garden. If we neglect the soil and expose it to harsh conditions, the plants will struggle to thrive. But if we nurture the soil, provide adequate sunlight and water, the garden will flourish. Beyond the genes, a holistic approach. The emerging field of epigenetics invites us to look beyond the traditional boundaries of genetics. It encourages us to consider the profound ways in which our environment and experiences shape who we are. This understanding has the potential to revolutionize healthcare. It paves the way for personalized medicine that takes into account an individual's unique genetic and epigenetic makeup. It also underscores the importance of addressing social determinants of health, such as poverty and discrimination, that can have lasting epigenetic consequences. By embracing a more holistic view of health, one that recognizes the interconnectedness of mind, body, and environment, we can unlock our full potential and create a brighter future for generations to come. The future is not predetermined. In the grand tapestry of life, our genes provide the threads, but it is the epigenome that weaves them into the intricate patterns of our being. This understanding is both humbling and empowering. It reminds us that we are not simply products of our past, but active participants in shaping our destiny. The future is not predetermined. By making conscious choices, nurturing our well-being, and fostering loving connections, we can create positive ripples of change that extend far beyond ourselves. We have the power to break the cycle of trauma and create a brighter, more resilient future for generations to come. Please like, subscribe, and follow for more content.